Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Many XRP holders will miss their opportunity for life-changing wealth by either selling too soon or holding too long. And this is a risk for everyone, including me. We're all our own worst enemies when it comes to investing. A lot of people let the emotions get the best of them. But I'll tell you how I personally intend to mitigate that risk. And by the way, this is coming from someone who has been very public about the fact that I intend to sell way sooner than most people will. And so when we're talking about people selling too soon, I think that's less of a risk, admittedly, than the people that might end up holding way too long out of greed. But when I'm talking about selling too soon, broadly speaking, it's more so the people that are getting in and out of positions or just looking at XRP purely as a quick trade. I have a feeling that people are going to look back if they're trying to time markets, get in and out of positions, and be like, oh yeah, I used to hold XRP back when it was only about 50 cents, and then with hindsight, they see that it went to like, whether it's 10 bucks or whatever it ends up going to. That's the type of regret that I'm talking about in terms of selling too soon. But if you're talking about just taking profit because it's the right amount for you, that's a little bit different, but I'll break down the some thoughts on that as we go a little bit further into the video. And here's a headline from the Crypto Basic. Top analysts says, do not trade XRP if you want to make money. And I'll explain exactly what he's getting at here. And he's right. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Now, as I record this video, XRP is 55 cents, Bitcoin at $34,626. And so we've been moving sideways for maybe the last couple days or so, more or less. But this might just be a temporary pause, as many analysts think that we are going to be blasting off to the upside. Probably up to the $40,000 region in short order. You got the crypto asset class with a market cap now of $1.27 trillion. And take a look at the fear and greed index. Look at this, folks. 72 out of 100. The market is back in green on the crypto fear and greed index. Yeah, I remember talking to you folks back when it was at 6 out of 100. Do you remember it? Were you watching when I made videos and I was highlighting, hey, the crypto fear and greed index right now, 6 out of 100. Extreme fear for the lemming retails out there, retail purchasers. And I told you at that moment in time, at some unknown point in the future, inevitably, the market would be back in green. The fact that it was at 6 out of 100 and people were having trouble sleeping at night was not an indicator that the sky was falling and crypto was going to zero. Of course it was not. And here we are, 72 out of 100. It's just whatever direction the price is going, people feel like it's going to just go that way forever, but that's never true. It's never true, to the upside or the downside. And here's a brilliant way to articulate the opportunity with XRP. And it plays into an idea that I've been sharing for a long time, but I think that this is just such a smart way to get the idea across of how little money has to go into XRP for it to absolutely tremendously surge and result in just a crazy amount of wealth for a ton of people that are positioned before the moves happen. And so there's XRP community member Irish Red Crypto. And again, I just think he knocked it out of the park with this perspective. And he wrote the following. Bitcoin to $100,000 sounds amazing, doesn't it? You know what people fail to understand is that XRP matching that move percentage-wise is only a $1.60 XRP. Not even half its previous all-time high. Unfortunately, lots of people can't grasp how percentages work and just look at big numbers. That is spot on. That is something I've been harping on for a long time, and this is just such a smart way to get that idea across. So yes, Bitcoin, the dollar sounds big, $100,000, then you say XRP, $1.60. Well, think about it a little bit further. What about the percentage increases in these? And so XRP, to get that type of life-changing, because you could put the same amount of money into Bitcoin and XRP and just watch what happens. Just watch exactly what happens. Put 100 grand in Bitcoin, put 100 grand in XRP. Which do you think is going to triple first? And so it doesn't matter what the price of the individual asset is. It's about the multiplier effect here. Because it takes way less money going into XRP to get a crazy multiplier effect because there's way less money in it. And so then he expanded upon this and he said, this move would require Bitcoin adding $1.2 trillion to its market cap. For XRP, it would require $55 billion. You tell me which one you think is more likely to happen. Yeah, so he's knocking it out of the park here. This is the idea that I always try to get across. This is just such a smart way, like I said, to get the idea across. So Bitcoin increasing by $1.2 trillion in market cap. I'm not saying that's impossible. It's certainly plausible that may happen. There's not that much money in crypto at all. And you already saw Bitcoin at the peak of the last cycle hit almost $70,000. So I don't think that's, that's not exactly inconceivable. It's very believable that could happen. But it's way more believable that XRP is going to hit 55 billion. It's been much higher than that in the past. So think about that, 55. And so how much money would have to flow in to get this multiplier effect? Well, recently I saw one source, and I can't remember what the source was. I cited it in a video at the time. But there's an expectation that for every dollar that flows into Bitcoin, it would result in a $5 increase in market cap. So you can think in terms of bigger numbers. If like $100 billion actually flows in because price would get bid up during a bull cycle, then that might be equivalent to in terms of market cap, another 500 billion. So put in 100 billion, maybe it's 500 billion. These are just estimates, and nobody knows exactly for sure. But the point is, whatever it is, because prices do get bid up over time, it doesn't take that much money flowing in. So if you're talking about, if the same were true for XRP, how much money actually would need to flow into XRP to get it to $55 billion? A tenth of what it would take Bitcoin to get the type of levels we were just citing here? I mean, it's crazy. What are you talking about here? I mean, $10-20 billion? I just it doesn't take that much. And so there's a reason that XRP has been the sweet spot for me in terms of investing, because with Bitcoin, the easiest opportunity for life-changing wealth from Bitcoin, it's gone. It's already gone. There's too much money in it. Now of course, it's still going to tremendously outperform other asset classes. Broadly speaking, Bitcoin will beat out just the averages of entire other asset classes. I do believe that. But still, since there's not as much opportunity there compared to other cryptos, I'm just less interested, even though I do hold it and I'm still pro Bitcoin. And then on the flip side, there's the small cap coins. And yes, there will be some, I'm sure, that are in percentage-wise are going to substantially outperform XRP, but that's a different risk profile that I'm just not interested in for a ton of reasons. Are they tried and true? Are they battle tested? Or do we know for sure the code works? Is it going to be a rug pull? Is there actual utility? Should we be confident in long-term viability? And so that's why for me, XRP is the sweet spot, where even though it's a large cap coin, because we're in the nascency of the crypto asset class, there's almost no money in it. Even for a large cap coin, there's almost no money in it. But if you fast forward 10 years or 20 years, I doubt we'll be able to say that. By then, XRP will not be available for life-changing wealth for people. It'll just be something that's considered more of a sure bet if it's still around at that point in time. And based on what we see today, I don't see any reason it wouldn't be. And then there was also this from Irish Red Crypto. And I think that this kind of hits the nail on the head too. He wrote, "I take profits too early, and you know what? That's just fine. Felt stupid selling Cardano at $1.50 to $2 when it was up at $3. As time passed, I felt less stupid. Don't ever feel bad for taking profits." And I think he hit the nail on the head there. And let me expand upon this just a little bit, because there is such a thing. I mean, people should do whatever they want. There's such a thing as, in my opinion, as selling too soon, but not in the way that you might instinctually think I mean by that. I'm just saying it's more so for the people, like I was saying at the outset of the video, that are getting in and out of positions and don't understand the potential for tremendous life-changing wealth and the multiplier effect when money does start flowing into XRP during the next bull cycle. People that are just getting in and out, that's different. But if you're talking about people that do get it, which is probably everyone that's listening to this channel, I think that we probably all have a similar understanding that if we're right about this thing, it's really going to go at some point. The question becomes, what is too soon to sell? And at that point, I start to go, for that, there may not be such a thing, because it's more about what is right for the person. And since none of us are going to be able to hit the top of this thing, because that's just not possible. You're not going to hit the top of the market cycle. Then it's unreasonable to even hold yourself to such a standard. You shouldn't do that. It's more like just get what is right for you, and then just let that be enough. Because I think so many people get completely screwed over by their own greed and holding on too long. And so I reposted what Irish Red Crypto wrote there, and I wrote, "This is the correct mentality. I plan to sell my XRP at a way lower price than most people. I will not regret doing so, even if the price goes way higher after I sell." I'll cheer on all the people who end up with greater returns than me, but I'm sticking to my plan. And I do have a pretty general plan here, which I'll expand upon in just a second here. And by the way, my exit price is what I've been thinking for much of the last 6 years. It wasn't always what it is now. But first, let me share with you how Irish Red Crypto responded to me. He wrote, I think I heard you are around the $5 mark like myself. I'll 100% cheer on higher prices for everyone else. We are closer than most think. And so I'd agree with that. I mean, we're through the worst of this stuff. It's already been, a good 2.5 years since XRP hit its last major peak when it was around $2 in April of 2021. The market's going to go again. It's an inevitability so far as I'm concerned here. And now that XRP actually has legal clarity, it's no longer shackled down because of the SEC nonsense, we're going to find out how it would have performed had it not been under attack in 2021. We're going to find out. And I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of melted faces out there. But anyway, I responded to him and wrote, it won't be an exact science for me since the market moves fast. But yes, I plan to scale out of my XRP position between $5 to $8, and the bulk of that will likely occur between $6 to $7. And so, folks, my thinking on this is I've had an idea of what I want to get out of XRP since I jumped in. And, there was a time when I held less XRP than I do now, where I was thinking, hey, well, you know what? But maybe by the time this gets to $20, I'll probably be really interested in selling pretty much all my XRP. But I kept buying more, and then it went down, and I thought, well, hey, maybe by the time it gets to $15, I'm going to be interested in selling most or all of my XRP. And there came a point where I just quadrupled down, and I just threw a ridiculous amount of money in XRP after dollar cost averaging in for years. And the reason that I did that is I understood I was taking a certain risk upfront, putting in way more money than the typical person would, but that also meant that I'd be able to get the dollar amount that I want while selling sooner. So I'm taking the risk off the table since I don't know how high the price of XRP is going to go ever. Or I'm wrong and it goes to zero. That's possible too. I don't know. So I invested way, way, way more into XRP. And so it got to the point where I recognized, even if I sold all my XRP at $5, all of it, 100%, that'd be pretty damn good. That would be subjectively for me fairly life-changing. Now, for me it would be. For some of you, you might not consider it life-changing. For some of you would agree it is life-changing. But that doesn't mean I'm going to sell it all at $5. I'm talking about scaling out from $5 to $8 with most of my XRP being sold between $6 to $7. That's my rough plan. And it can be messy because markets move fast, like I said. But that's not me selling too soon. Whatever is right for the person, that's fine. And again, even if XRP runs to $10 or 15 or $20, and I'm not going to look back and beat myself up and say, nope, I should have held on longer. I've made a huge mistake. Absolutely not. I'm removing, since I don't know that's going to happen, I'm removing that risk from the table by selling when I will get the dollar amount that I want, because that will be life-changing for me, and I'm not going to risk the life-changing wealth when it presents itself to me. I'm going to make it real by selling. And beating yourself up after the fact, once you know, and you have the benefit of hindsight, you know how high XRP is going to run, it's as stupid as beating yourself up for not knowing last week's winning lottery numbers. It just doesn't make any damn sense. And there will be some idiots out there that will still scream at me and say, hi, you idiot, it could have been more. I'll be like, get the hell out of here. You damn troll. Freaking internet. It is what it is. But I'll be very happy. I will be absolutely thrilled with what happens here. And so I think that the greater risk is for people that when they have life-changing wealth, they just hold on too long. And I've seen too many people who were humbled by their own greed afterwards, who thankfully were, they learned from it seemingly. And they published their own stories on social media, and I've shared some of them, saying, hey, look, this is what I did. I had this opportunity for so-and-so life-changing wealth, such and such. Didn't take it. Don't do what I did. And I appreciate people coming out like that. And it's not, you should not be making fun of people like that, because it's a cautionary tale that could help you so that you present. So I'm just saying, do whatever you want. I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold anything. I'm just sharing my general thoughts and the way that I'm going to approach all of this. But there is such a thing as once you have life-changing wealth, something that would be incredibly substantial, you're so afraid that if you sell now, you're an idiot and it's going to keep going higher. Well, let me tell you this right now. When you sell, it will go higher. There's a 0% chance, well, I shouldn't say 99.999% chance that you're not selling the tippy top, because almost 0% of humans, when they sell, will sell the top, and it's there for just a brief moment in time, and it'll be dumb luck for those people that actually sell the very tippy top. it's going to be like 3 people. You know, it's going to be almost nobody, right? So when you sell, understand it is going to keep going up. That's the point of having broad exposure when you're selling over a period of time. It's the same concept as dollar cost averaging in. Like I bought in to XRP at 55 cents and it kept going down and I bought it as low as 15 cents. And my average buying price was, I think about 25 cents. So that's about what it came out to. So I'm just saying, you know, if you have that, you're going to have tremendous regret probably, even though you're going to see the price go up. If you wait until it starts falling to the downside, then you hope it goes back up. You can just miss the thing, and you'll end up getting almost no profit, or maybe none at all if you're so greedy that you can't sell a damn thing. So I'm just saying, do whatever you want. I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold. I'm just sharing the way that I'm approaching, like the mentality I have in approaching this, because it's going to be here. This is real world stuff. It's going to happen, and eventually, I understand it can feel like it's impossible and far away. When stuff's moving sideways, but maybe, you know, people are getting a little more optimistic as price has been moving up for Bitcoin and XRP has been directionally following. And so you just got to understand, at some point, it's just going to go. We'll wake up and we'll just see it's the case. Like we just saw Bitcoin the other day. Eventually, XRP is going to be above $1 and then $2 and eventually all-time high and then entering price discovery. That's what I believe anyway. And I don't know that for sure. And like I always say, I could be wrong. I'm just an idiot on the internet. Just another guy named Moonlambo. What a dumbass name. So I could be wrong. That's fine. But I have strong conviction that we will see a new all-time high at some unknown point in the future and enterprise discovery. That's what seems most probable to me. And I've made my bet accordingly, and I'm just going to hold on here. And people that trade XRP, do what you want to do. Traders typically lose money, and you're playing with the opportunity for perhaps hundreds, if not thousands, of percentage gains. People still want to trade. XRP is like a freaking lottery ticket as far as I'm concerned. That's effectively what it is. Without the idiocy that comes along with an actual lottery ticket. Because as my brother calls it, he calls the lottery the idiot tax, which I think is funny and fairly accurate. But take a look at this from the Crypto Basic. Top analyst says, do not trade XRP if you want to make money. XRP has increased trading activity in the last 24 hours, with crypto market participants exchanging nearly $2 billion worth of XRP. Notably, the XRP trading represents an over 190% surge in activity. This has catalyzed XRP's cumulative 7-day gains to above 11% while trading at 54 cents. Amid this favorable performance, top analysts have cautioned that it may be too early to profit from the recent little gains in XRP. They believe the 5th biggest crypto project is poised for more significant headwinds. So folks, again here, if you're the trader type and you want to do, just do whatever you want to do. I'm just sharing the perspective that this is a silly coin to do that with. The price of XRP has been artificially suppressed for years. It's been damaged for years. And we can already see the institutional money pouring in. Do you not think that there will be a bit of catching up? Anyway, though, oh man, trading crypto markets just seems so silly to me. I want nothing to do with that. Anyway, piece continues. In a recent post, market analyst Income Sharks with 434,000 X followers counseled XRP holders against parting ways with their holdings too early. Income Sharks argued that the coming cycle would be bullish. As a result, those who have traded their XRP tokens would lose out on benefiting from the wealth transfer. And there were actually 2 posts. There was one from October 23rd in which he wrote, here, actually, I've got this pulled up. Here, I'll make this chart full screen. This is just an XRP USD chart. And he said, XRP, there were 15 months you had a chance to buy and hold if you liked this coin. Buying here on this candle is what separates traders from emotional FOMO buyers. And he's pointing at July 13th when XRP obviously ran, almost doubled in price in a matter of hours because of the XRP Victory Day when Judge Torres ruled that XRP itself is not a security. That's the worst time to buy. That's what lemming retail speculators do. XRP nearly doubles in price, and people just like, oh yeah, oh what? It's expensive now? Yes, please take my money. But when it's cheap and it seems less certain, people they have serious struggles with this stuff. But he's pointing out that there's been a very, very, very long ass time that you could have been dollar cost averaging into XRP. You could have been purchasing XRP. But when it goes, that is not the time. I have a rule for myself, even if I'm researching a coin and I think, yeah, I'm probably going to buy this, if it starts going and tremendously running up and I haven't made the purchase yet, that purchase is off the table for me. And that happened with me with VeChain a few years ago. And now that it's lower at this point, I'm actually looking at it again, and I may pull the trigger unless that starts running away again. but I remember that happened, and once I saw that going, I just said to myself, nope. There's over 20,000 different cryptocurrencies, tons of different opportunities to make money in life. Once it got away from me, I was like, well, nope, I missed that one. That's it. So it's not that I didn't want to hold VeChain, but not at those prices once it started going. So same thing with XRP or any cryptocurrency. Like once it starts going, sorry, you've now missed the boat. That's just how it goes. Which is why I'm patient AF. However long it takes, I've been holding XRP for almost 6 years. In November, it'll be 6 years for me. However long it takes, that's how long I hold. I don't control when it goes. And then I don't control if the SEC attacks XRP, holding its price back for a number of years, which is what happened ultimately. No way I would have known that was going to happen. Of over 20,000 different coins, they attack the one that I bought the most of out of it compared to any other coin. Yeah, sucks, man, but like that's what happened. But I still believe it's going to go. And I am prepared. I am positioned for this when it goes. And so here you have this chart from Income Sharks. This is he posts this one afterwards. Promise yourself this cycle you won't trade XRP if you like making money. And so you know what he's saying there, obviously. You know, trading XRP. It's like the worst coin to freaking trade at this point. Like, can you imagine? It's the only large cap coin that has legal clarity in the United States. Oh, we don't want that one. Let's just jump in and out of positions, trade it, try and time market that. No, thank you. No, thank you, sir. I'm Adam. I am not interested in that. And so for those that like making money, he's getting at, well, obviously he's on the team that believes once this goes, it goes, or else you don't post something like this. And it's going to go. You know, to me, it's just a virtual certain, not a guarantee literally, but it would be very hard for me to believe that doesn't happen. And you already see, and this is a healthy sign, obviously, and it's what you'd expect based on over a decade of history with XRP at this point. XRP today is still moving in tandem with Bitcoin. Bitcoin started leading the market, jumping up over $5,000 in one single day, and XRP directionally followed right away. You love to see it. So that's no different than how alts were responding to Bitcoin, a decade ago. It's still, like, isn't that comforting? But again, like I was saying earlier in the video, it takes way less money flowing into XRP than it does Bitcoin to get a tremendous multiplier effect. You need way more money to flow into Bitcoin. And the cool thing is, there's still not, like, if you fast forward decades out and Bitcoin's still around, which I hope it will be, and there's a good chance it will be, at that point in time, you'll see that there actually was more money on the side, like a crazy amount, perhaps trillions of dollars, that had not yet flowed into Bitcoin. And so it could have a market cap in the tens of trillions. That's possible. That's not crazy to speculate that will be the case. But I still maintain the point that there's way less money in XRP now, and why couldn't XRP have a market cap potentially in the trillions? Why not? That doesn't sound crazy to me either, and as long as it continues to be useful, we'll get to this point where you have a mature asset class. Coins will be sufficiently parsed out in terms of, from one to the next, in terms of actual utility and usefulness, and that's where the money flows. So it's okay. I don't know about you guys, but like I'm always excited about crypto because I understand that. Like I feel like maybe you guys are like this too, but I just feel like I found this thing. I know it makes sense. I know most of the world doesn't agree, and that's why I believe there's opportunity. So I've always been excited the whole time I've been in crypto for that, even during bear markets. But I tell you, and you guys, I'm human, so like this is normal. And I'm sure you guys are the same. When the price gets to go up, like it is easy to get a little bit more amped up. And I say that's fine. Just have fun with it. I'm not going to let the emotion take charge of me and impact what I do in terms of making important financial decisions, but it's okay to feel that. And so I think it's okay to have this talk, like just recognize, yes, this is real. The opportunity absolutely is at hand. And it's reasonable to speculate we're probably not going to have to wait that much longer. I think that most of the journey's behind us at this point. It just is, because again, the most recent top for Bitcoin, which wasn't an all-time high, it was April of 2021, around $2. And then we entered bear market territory, and FTX exploded, and the bottom was in November of last year. So we've been climbing out of that for almost a year. At some point, it just goes, and that's how it's always been. Bitcoin's going to lead it out for it, and that's fantastic. Even if you don't hold Bitcoin, you should be thrilled about that. And then we get to melt faces with XRP. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon Lambo.